Today's topic I'm going to talk about is demystifying risk management. A lot of organisations seem to think that they need to get experts in from outside, or they need to have people trained, almost university graduates, to understand risk management within their organisation. That's not the case. The reality is that risk management is simple. So what I'm going to talk about today is how we demystify that through a number of steps. So the first thing that we need to do is to understand what it is that we do within our organisation. What are our activities? Who is involved? Who are our stakeholders? And once we understand all of that, we know the things that we do. Once we understand the things that we do, we ask one simple question: what can go wrong? And if we also add to that what has gone wrong in the past in that activity, you will find that you'll come up with a comprehensive list of what we term risks. So just instead of asking what are the risks to this particular activity, why not try and ask what can go wrong, or what has gone wrong in the past? Now, once we have that comprehensive list of risks, the next thing that we ask is what would cause it to happen? This is a really, really important step. If you understand what would cause that event to occur, then you can put things in place to stop it happening. The other thing that we need to understand is what would be the consequences should that risk occur. And what we do in this case is we develop our consequences in a qualitative format. So it might be, would have a negative impact on our reputation, would diminish revenues, would potentially cause loss of life. Once we understand the full scope of the risk, then we really understand what it is that we need to do about it. Now, one of the most important things, and it'll be a subject and a topic for another day, is to talk about controls. We also need to understand what are the current controls we have in place to deal with that particular risk event, but more importantly, how effective those controls are. Because if our control environment is not actually effective, then the first thing that we need to do is actually strengthen that control environment. This may stop us going down the path of putting additional treatments in place that don't necessarily need to be done. So, just to reiterate, the first thing that we need to understand is what can go wrong, or what has gone wrong in the past. We understand what caused it to go wrong, and then we understand what the consequences are if it does go wrong. We look at our controls and our control environment and its effectiveness. And once we've done all of that, we understand the risk before we even go in and do some risk analysis on it. We actually have a comprehensive understanding of the thing that can go wrong, what would cause it to go wrong, and what we can do about it. I'll see you again soon.